this segue to a familiar feud with Christian Cage and Matt Hardy. I'm all aboard on this train for sure. I think it's going to be great. I mean, Matt Hardy, he's trying to get them to retire, Cage to retire. I don't know if Cage is going to maybe recruit some reinforcements as well, because obviously the HFO is well stacked right now, and against all odds. And it was really funny, Big Money Matt, sliding him his retirement check fund. And so his ultimate goal, we have a feud with the history behind it, and now we have a goal of what Hardy wants to do with it. So they're telling the story. A lot of feuds are like, okay, why are these people fighting? Why, whatever. But now that Hardy laid it out for him, he wants to end him. He wants to retire him. He wants him to get out of here. Essentially there's only room for one of us here. So it works so well. And I think we're going to get some awesome, brutal matches out of this. And it was kind of surprising though, as we're looking through Bonds' column, he gave this one a delete. What do you think about this segment?
Well, I think that Bonds just kind of, when I was reading it over this morning, I felt like, to speak on his behalf, make sure you check that column out. But,
yes.
Bonds, I think, is really just confused as to the way that this was, it didn't feel as tight as it could have been. Watching it this morning, I feel differently. I think, again, a pre-show, I felt when I was watching this, I like that Christian kind of got suckered into the cage by Matt Hardy and his crew. It almost felt like an episode of Batman that I was watching as a kid. Batman comes rushing in and he gets locked in a cage, and then you have the Penguin or whoever outside. Basically, this was an opportunity for Matt Hardy to have Christian locked in, and Matt was able to deliver the message that you talked about clear without any repercussions. He made it very clear. You're not welcome here, Christian. And I really enjoyed. I thought it worked well. I thought that the presentation of this worked well. Cage, you could tell, wanted to get his hands on Matt. He couldn't. He was locked in that cage. The bunnies cackle throughout.
Oh my gosh,
again,
that was a crazy cackle.
This felt like a superhero type of thing to me with Christian, and I liked that a lot. I thought her laughing maniacally in the background. You see Matt Hardy and his thugs, get the better of Christian in this one. How will our hero come out and fight back? Will he take the offer, and will he leave, or is this the last of Christian Cage? I think that your idea of potentially having him get some reinforcements makes a lot of sense. And that could be an opportunity that if JB has to pivot from his feud with Kenny, you already saw him trying to help out Christian based off their mutual respect with each other after the Rumble. That could give Luchasaurus, your buddy Luchasaurus, and JB a place to go where you could have them feuding against Private Party. That could lead to some great matches right there.
Sure. That's a good
I really
segue
love what
sure.
Private Party's doing. I think that could be a really fun way to get all four of those teams involved in something. Yeah. So, but that said, I think overall SPD, I think that this one works. And I disagree with Bonds on this. I don't mean to be Mr. Positive, but I really feel like Matt Hardy, the HFO, that they're onto something, and that gimmick has been. I know I'm preaching to the choir when I say that they've been great, right?
Oh, that gimmick, Matt Hardy's gimmick versus his older delete, which I mean, he's had so many awesome gimmicks, but this new one, the Big Money Matt, works so well to be this egotistic suit wearing guy just telling his dogs to go fight. And the way he kind of embraced Private Party, a young, almost a similar Hardy Boys type of team, it works so well. And it's so smart for AEW to pair them together for sure.